Hello and welcome to The Big Match Revisited, a chance to look back at the way football was televised 4 decades ago. This edition was shown in April 1977. It's pure football nostalgia with host and commentator Brian Moore.
Welcome. And as you've seen, the 3 matches we have for you on the programme today all have a great bearing on promotion and relegation. Our main match is Chelsea against Luton, 2 sides with eyes firmly fixed on the First Division. Liverpool against Manchester City, 2 sides seeking the First Division Championship. And at the bottom of the First Division, the fight for survival by Sunderland and their visit yesterday to Leeds. But let's go first to Stamford Bridge for Chelsea's match against Luton. Chelsea unbeaten at home in the league this season, keen to make amends for that defeat on Friday at Fulham. Eddie McCready has shown his faith by keeping the young side together for this game against Luton. A severe test of their character, though, and in this respect, they will be looking for the influence of their young skipper, Ray Wilkins, to put them on the right road in this game. As for Luton Town, the good news for them is that Alan West, so important in midfield, has recovered from flu. He's fit, but they've had to make a change up front, where Ron Futcher has a slight injury. His place now goes to 18-year-old David Geddes. Luton really have performed marvels for a club with such a small playing staff. Important for them that the loan period of David Geddes from Ipswich was extended to the end of the season. The referee is Jack Taylor of Wolverhampton in his last season and possibly in his last match in London. A brilliant career. And the crowd at Stamford Bridge, 31,000.
So here we go, Chelsea attacking the goal to our right in their all-blue strip, Luton Town in their all-orange strip. 2 sides with great ambitions in these last tense weeks of the season, and a particularly important day, of course, for Chelsea, having lost at Fulham yesterday when Luton had a day off. Here's John Sparrow, the man with the enormous throw for Chelsea, and a long, long one it is, and Alexic was there. Tremendous throw he's got. There's Alexic, the man they bought from Plymouth for £20,000 in January, his 4th club this season. He's already been on loan to Oxford and Ipswich as well. Swain, played nicely there for Wilkins. Finiston's way up ahead of him, but he's on his own. And Faulkner quite easily able to cut it out. Well, straight to Lewington. Slipping it wide for Britain this time. Sparrow. Wilkins. Right, it comes through to Lewington once more. The long ball there towards Swain. Not it down. Oh, and Finiston's shot charged down. Swain is just wide. A great chance there for Chelsea. The long cross coming in and beautifully nodded down there. It seemed that Finiston must score, but his shot was charged down. And when it came out to Swain, he didn't really hit it properly and it went wide. Aston trying to guide it on there for Geddes, but it's a throw to Chelsea. Gary Locke, number 2, to take it. No. Well, there'll be another Gary Stanley. And a big holiday crowd and keen to make a lot of noise. Here's West for Luton, and Wicks guiding that away with his head to Stanley. There's Locke. Came off John Aston for a Chelsea throw. Father, a great professional, of course, John Aston, for Manchester United. And Peter Bonetti with Chelsea's kick. Buckley getting it away. Wicks. Locke. Harris planting it forward towards Swain. Here's Finiston. Swain again. And Buckley getting in again quickly and turning well. But in fact, it's with Chelsea again and Harris. Price beating Wilkins in the air. Here's Husband. Well, beaten by Lewington. Now, Finiston. Aston, a beautiful ball from Lewington and a great goal for Chelsea. Just look at the face of the goalkeeper. He knows he was cruelly exposed there. The joy in the crowd and the joy of Chelsea players. A lovely ball though by Lewington. That put Finiston on his way, and for some reason Luton completely wavered in defence, and Finiston kept his head well to tuck it past the goalkeeper and make it Chelsea 1, Luton Town 0. And for Steve Finiston, 21 goals for the season. Well, that'll do a lot to lift Chelsea's confidence after that shattering defeat at Fulham yesterday. Needed something badly to pick themselves up, and a lot of credit to their manager, Eddie McCready, for showing faith in his side, keeping his nerve and picking the same side. West with that shot, Bonetti behind it. Wilkins with the header. Swain is after it. And Price back to his keeper. That's going to be a throw to Luton. Aston with the throw for Luton Town. West. Cucciolo. West. Geddes, linesman flagging, referee saying play on. But a lot of Chelsea players back, and they've got in each other's way. Here's Chambers. Even Price is up on the far side. Here's Paul Price. Back for Chambers again. Hit in first time. Could be interesting. Geddes is there, and he hasn't got it very far away with his fist as Bonetti, as West turns it back once more. Wicks there with a header away. Price with a shot. Aston, and saved there by Bonetti. In fact, the linesman on this side had his flag up, and the referee deciding with Peter Bonetti in possession that the game should go on. But that was really a close thing there for a long time, it seemed, for Luton Town. Very close to getting back into an equaliser. Cucciolo with the throw for Luton. Here's Aston. That was obstruction. A few players back in that picture. In fact, Chelsea have got everybody back, and Luton, bar their goalkeeper and Paul Futcher, have got everybody up. A remarkable shot, that. A bit crowded in there. Aston playing it in there. It looked like a handball, in fact, but by Geddes. Buckley turning it back once more. Bonetti under pressure, got up well, and the ball finally going off Finiston for the Luton corner. So Chambers with the kick. Oh, and Geddes almost got it past Bonetti there. Bonetti had to push that one away. Aston turning it in again. And Chelsea under a lot of pressure now. West trying to make something of it, very cleverly nicking it wide there for Aston, and in towards Husband, and it very nearly came again. And finally, what is given? Goal kick. But worth looking again at that header by the number 9, Geddes. And Bonetti just flying across his goal at the last moment to put it wide. David Geddes, just 18. Tottenham's header. In fact, since they went behind, Luton really have had more of the game. 20 minutes gone. But here's Swain now taking it up once more for Chelsea. Stopped by Price. So Sparrow with another long throw. Wicks tried to get in there. Chambers, plenty of time to get that one away. And Wilkins hitting it on the volley. And always going over. West. Chelsea's throw. Faulkner's header. Geddes. Aston. Buckley, just as he taken his left foot back there to launch that one into the middle, had it taken off him by Swain. Here's Aston. Another Luton throw. Brilliant sunshine out there now. Steve Buckley, and this is Fucillo. Aston, Fucillo. West playing it forward first time. Here's Aston. Interesting ball. Harris fumbled off the ball, it seemed to me. West now driving one there, and in the end Benetti out, but still Luton looking rather menacing. Powerful shot there by Alan West that deflected wildly. Stanley. Oh, Price caught it in the face there from Swain. Certainly Swain's boot was very high. But it was quite unintentional, I'm sure, because the Luton man came in from behind him, Paul Price. Harry Haslam, the Luton manager, what a job he's done there over the last couple of years when they've had so many money troubles. Kept smiling and got a darn good side together. And in fact, they're bringing on a stretcher for Price. Well, it's not worth commenting on the cheers that have come from the shed. So on he goes, onto that stretcher. Poor Paul Price, who's broken his leg twice in the last 3 years. And has taken a nasty knock in the face. Quite unintentional, though, I still believe, from Ken Swain. Well, Harry Haslam's got out to the bench now to see just what the trouble is. So there's Price going off, and it was the accident there with Ken Swain that caused him to go off. Swain now waiting for this free kick to be taken by Futcher. Long and high there, Benetti up, wrestled to the ground, but in a friendly sort of way by David Geddes. And that might be the moment for them to bring on 17-year-old Graham Jones. Futcher. And here's Locke. Given to Swain. Britain's made a scurrying little run down the far side. Wilkins, maybe Wilkins will find him. No, he won't, because Paul Futcher was there. Chambers, way back is barred. Here's Buckley. Futcher again. Keeping their heads well, not making a lot of progress, but keeping the ball. Here's Fucillo. That's going to be a Chelsea throw. Well, they showed a lot of patience there and a lot of nerve, Luton, but also Chelsea kept hustling them and showed a lot of vim and vigour about their play. Finiston playing it back for Stanley. Good-looking cross there, and West getting it away, but not far. Sparrow! Oh, what a goal! John Sparrow's first goal of the season. He's chosen a very good moment for it. And what a blistering left foot shot. Chelsea 2, Luton 0. And a goal that Chelsea badly wanted just before half-time, when Luton really, since they went behind after 14 minutes, had been coming back at them like tigers. And in fact, had really looked the more dangerous side. Faulkner getting in. And Chelsea getting back on course again after that defeat at Fulham. Come on, you Blues. Well, he's got them singing and chanting, John Sparrow. Geddes on his way. Here's Aston once more. Good long cross there towards Chambers on the far side, and again the safe hands of Bonetti. Confronted by Husband. Finiston, Sparrow, Wicks as the whistle goes for half-time. Good first half by Chelsea, well on course. 2 goals to the good after that disappointment yesterday at Craven Cottage. Steve Finiston scoring their first one, and the number 3, John Sparrow, a blistering drive from 25 to 30 yards, the second one. So a lot for Luton to do. And Chelsea must go on in the same vein in the second half. We'll bring you that second half in a couple of minutes after this short break with a half-time score at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea 2, Luton 0. Welcome back, and it's Luton now attacking the goal to our right. 2 goals down, those goals by Finiston and Sparrow for Chelsea. Faulkner. Luton, of course, who beat Chelsea 4-0 at Kenilworth Road earlier this season. So Chelsea at least are halfway to getting full revenge for that one. Fucillo, West. Britain. Leon, says referee Taylor. Sparrow. Wilkins and Britain. Swain and Faulkner playing it well back there to Alexic. And there's Paul Price, the man who went off, the Luton defender with double vision. And something of an eye injury there as well, but good at least to see that he's able to come out and take a bit of notice of the second half. Wilkins, Britain. Future. Oh, he could be in trouble this time. Swain has got it in the back of the net, but he had to be offside. Big smile, he knew it. And a warning, I think, probably there for Paul Future as well, because he dwelt on that far too long. He was trying to be just a little too clever, just for once. Dispossessed by Wilkins and whacked into the back of the net. Offside, Kenny Swain. Foul by Britain on Husband. Free kick to Luton. Paul Future with the free kick for Luton Town. Quarter of an hour to go. West. Oh, and Husband! Well, that's the first real threat by Luton in this second half. West getting it on for Husband acrobatically, and that would have gone in just under that crossbar, but for the intervention of Peter Bonetti. Faulkner's header. Well, maybe even that little sight at goal will lift Luton a little bit. Fucillo with the throw. And Locke at the moment, who has Aston completely tied up. Almost said locked up. Now it's Jones. West, the one player in this Luton midfield who seems capable of putting his foot on the ball, and it didn't work out for him there. And how's Lewington on his way for Chelsea? Stanley going past Fucillo. Obstructed by the Luton number 10 and a free kick. So Wilkins with a kick. Towards Wicks, who got the header in. Well, in fact, it was Finniston right up there, and a combination of Futcher and Faulkner, who between them made life so difficult for him that he could only head it wide. Well, Luton had no game yesterday, but if anything, Chelsea looked to be finishing the stronger. And there's Finniston going through, just clipping it over. Kept his head so well there. Knew exactly what he wanted to do. And although pursued by Faulkner, it very nearly came off for him. A delicate little lob. Steve Finniston. Wide here for Chambers. Young Graham Jones going up hard on the outside. West. Played in again for Geddes, but Sparrow was quick with his challenge there for Chelsea. Foul by John Aston. And I tell you, you can count those on the fingers of one hand in the course of a season. Locke with the kick. And Futcher with the jump. But Finniston right in there. Wilkins, oh, and a fraction wide. I don't think Chelsea are in any real danger with just a few minutes left and dominating Luton, but certainly Ray Wilkins could have sewn it all up there. Snatched at it just a little bit and just about a foot wide of that Luton post. To injury time now at the end of 90 minutes. Finniston. Throw given to Luton. Feet a bit high there by Gary Locke on John Aston. Here's West, who's laboured so well and so hard with as much ingenuity as Luton can muster in the middle of the field. And of course he goes and does that when you say that. Well, that's the final whistle, which brings good news for Chelsea. 2 valuable points, which they badly needed after that defeat yesterday. Steve Finniston's goal in the first half, and John Sparrow's goal also in the first half, and a mediocre second half where Chelsea never really looked in any danger. Not that they ever looked seriously like adding to that 2-goal lead. Well, 2 promotion sides that really didn't produce promotion form. But Chelsea will be more than happy with the 2 points. Full-time score, Chelsea 2, Luton 0.
And indeed, as the results came in yesterday, it proved what an important result it was for Chelsea. Immediately below them, Wolves, Nottingham Forest and Notts County all drew. Luton lost, of course, and below that caption, poor old Bolton, they lost again and are almost out of the reckoning now. But what was the view of the 2 captains, Ray Wilkins of Chelsea and Alan West of Luton, when I spoke to them about their performance? Did they agree that it wasn't a promotion performance?
Yes, I would, Brian. I think the first half, there was a lot of quick, good, entertaining football, but in the second half, it just died.
Why was that, do you think?
I think from our point of view, I think we got 2 quite quick goals, and I think we was more content to hold on to them 2 than push forward for more goals.
Did the defeat at Fulham yesterday make you feel whatever we got, we make sure we hold?
I think as it's coming towards the end of the season, you're always thinking like this, but the defeat at Fulham yesterday certainly give us a kick up the, the rear end. Yeah.
You must have been particularly disappointed, Alan, because you didn't really get into the game, apart from the fact after Chelsea got their first goal, you had your best spell.
Yeah, we had a good little patch there, but we were disappointed on the day. We didn't really play very well, compared with how we've been playing in the recent months. But credit to Chelsea, they really came at us, and it's one of those games, very competitive game.
Yeah, yeah. You've got, in fact, 2 home games to come now, which really have become really vital now.
That's right. We've got 2 games now, Monday and Tuesday. Orient and Millwall, and it's up to us. If we get 4 points, then we're still in with a chance. So we just keep playing. What was
the strength, do you think, of the Chelsea performance this afternoon? The fact that you did keep going once you got into that lead, I suppose.
Yes, I think in going back to our slight slump was caused by the heavy conditions. I think this type of ground enables us to move the ball a lot quicker, and therefore we're getting more men forward into the penalty area and creating far more chances.
Yeah. You've got Charlton away
on Monday
night. Now that's going to be tough. They come at you all the time, don't they?
They do, yeah. It's funny, but we went down there last year and we've done quite well at Charlton. But it should be a very nice game, very tough game.
Overall, you say you've got 7 games left, Alan.
That's right.
What sort of target are you setting yourself now from those 7 games?
Well, the way the teams are playing around is, I think as far as we're concerned, we've got to go for 7 wins, and I think 7 wins, 14 points will give us 56, which is just about probably enough to go up. So we know we've got it all to do, and so we just take each game as it comes and hope we can win it.
3 to go up. Who do you see as those 3 now?
Obviously, I fancy ourselves and Wolves, and I don't really know about the third one.
Forest, maybe? Nottingham Forest, you impressed by them?
I think we've been impressed by quite a few now. Notts County have come into Luton and still there. I think it's hard to tell, Brian, to be honest.
Gives Luton a mention, anyhow. What 3 would you
Well, it's still very close, but I think you've got to go for Wolves and Chelsea look the favourites to go up, and then I think it's a fight for the 3rd place. And I think that's all. As long as we're still in amongst it, that's all I'm bothered about.
Let's move straight on to our second game now, because we've got a lot of good stuff to get in before the end of the programme. And we go straight up to Elland Road for the match between Leeds United and Sunderland. Sunderland, of course, in the thick of the fight against relegation, along with the likes of West Ham and Spurs and Bristol City. And here's how they made out yesterday. The pictures come from Yorkshire Television. The commentator's Martin Tyler. Sunderland are in the red and white stripes.
Here's Arnott once more. Rowell brought down by Harris. Here's a free kick, and Sunderland continue to carry the fight to Leeds United. It goes Holden. Arnott again. Now Holden. Just ran away from him. It was Mel Holden's jumping that put McQueen under pressure to start with, turned back by Arnott, and it just bobbled away from Mel Holden. Curry, now, this break for Leeds, and Cherry, now Frank Gray. Will have been precious few shots from Leeds United. This time Frank Gray coming up, actually on an overlap. Putting it wide. McQueen. Forward by Doherty. Madeley's header. Gray. Managing. Picking it up again for Sunderland. Finding Arnott. Turning it in for Lee, coming in. And now Lee! Blocked on the line. Was it a penalty? No! The referee indicating it was Paul Reaney's chest. And Bob Lee can't believe it. A lovely ball initially from Towers, turned in by Arnott. And Stewart couldn't hold it under pressure from Lee, and Lee reacted so quickly, and it was certainly the stomach of Paul Reaney that stopped Sunderland. Arnott.
Forward again, first time from Towers. Lee stretching, and so is McQueen. It's a Sunderland throw. A tackle from Hampton. Now Holden. Now wanting some help. And finding he can't get round Hampton. He gets it back and gets the corner. A little persistent play from Holden, keeping Leeds under the cosh a little bit. And certainly territorially, Sunderland have dominated the second half. Apart from the one scare when Peter Lorimer broke. Doherty leaving the corner for Arnott. Cut out by Frank Gray. Now Doherty for Arnott. Doherty going on. Trying to get it back. And they've all missed it. And at the far post, Bobley hasn't. And it's no more than Sunderland deserve. But all credit to Mick Doherty. Tony Curry had to let him go. It would have been a penalty otherwise, and they were queuing up in the middle. Holden was there, went across past Elliott, but Bob Lee didn't miss. Well, he's had a controversial time, Bob Lee, since Sunderland paid so much money for him. But he's found his goal touch in recent weeks. Now Carl Harris. Well, Sunderland nearly caught so cold. Harris completely in. And if Bob Lee's goal is going to prove valuable for Sunderland, this save might be priceless. Dave Merrington, the assistant manager there in the glasses. A tense time for him now. Mick Henderson, the substitute, on the right of the picture. He's saying 10 minutes, but there's considerably more than that to play. About 18 minutes to go. Madeley, Sunderland pushing out. And McQueen making the break. And McQueen going on. But it won't count because the flag had been up against McQueen for offside. So much ado about nothing. Holden. Elliott. Or will this goal spur Leeds to some sort of action? Because really, it's been a very lacklustre performance from them. Now Reaney. Harris. Sliding it in for Reaney for Cherry. 1-1. So indeed, they do bounce back. And Sunderland, who had done the difficult thing, had got in front, are punished by Trevor Cherry there.
So Sunderland battle on, and after the game, Fred Dinage spoke to the Sunderland manager Jimmy Adamson. It might have been 2 points for Sunderland, instead it was 1. Was Jimmy disappointed?
Disappointed with the fact that we didn't get to, but I was delighted with the performance of the team. I should say that this has been the best performance that I've seen from the Sunderland team since I became manager. And the team's nearly as good as the supporters now.
A lot of pressure now on you, as there has been for the past few weeks. 7 games left to the end of the season. 4 of those for Sunderland are away from home. Can you make it still, or is it too late now?
I've said it before. I'm convinced that performances like this today will stay clear. We'll still be a first division side next year.
You're as convinced as that, are you?
I'm positive.
Even despite the figures that you can see, you know, every time you pick up the newspaper?
Yeah, but, you know, you look today, and we've got to go to places like Norwich, Tottenham, Everton yet, and these are the kind of teams which you hope that you pick up 2 points. And if our attitude is the same as it's been today and our skill has been the same, I've got no doubt that Sunderland will stay clear. I've got money on it.
You've got money on it?
I've got money on it,
A considerable amount?
No, it's a 5, eh? And I've got 2 to 1. So I'm going to get 10 quid at the end of the season.
But what about fellow strugglers Spurs? Does manager Keith Birkinshaw have that same brand of optimism?
I think at this stage that if we're being realistic, we, like possibly another 6 or 7 clubs, could go down. But I still think that we've a hell of a chance of staying up. We're playing with a lot of spirit this season. And I can see us getting the points necessary.
2 nice men caught in the mangle of relegation there. Spurs, of course, tomorrow away to Arsenal. Sunderland have a home game against Manchester United. I think any 3 of those teams, and indeed the ones just above them, in real danger still of going down. Just a reminder at this point that there is a special On the Ball tomorrow in an Easter Monday edition of World of Sport, when we shall also have, of course, all the football news, the latest football service, and an ITV7 that includes the Irish Grand National, World of Sport, 1 o'clock tomorrow. And before I go on, a story in today's Sunday People that Jack Charlton is set to quit Middlesbrough at the end of the season. Well, I caught Jack, in fact, between making a late breakfast for his family and playing in a charity match today. Says he knows nothing about it, but admits that he did say that when he went to Middlesbrough that he wouldn't stay at any club more than about 4 years. So a lot of speculation going on. I believe we shall hear a lot more yet. But at the moment, Jack is firmly denying any move from Middlesbrough. Our third match today, clearly an outstanding game on this important weekend of football. Liverpool battling away for the treble of League Cup and European Cup, and Manchester City in tremendous form and now poised in 3rd place. Let's join a crowd of 55,000 at Anfield for the match covered by Granada Television, commentator Gerald Sinstad, and Liverpool in their familiar all-red strip.
And now Ray Clements. Dave Watson going up with Keegan. Neither of them made contact. And Kevin Keegan is away here. Left foot blocked by Booth, and Booth puts it out for a corner. So plenty of height in the Manchester City 6-yard area as Highway takes the corner. Is met by Clements. Kennedy is under it. Good jump by Royal. McDermott to Case, and Case tries a shot, which Corrigan is glad to push over. Good shot from Jimmy Case. Well turned over by Joe Corrigan. Fairclough back to Neil. Watson, another good jump. Highway trying to shield it from Clements. The back heel by Doyle got it out, but straight to Neil. Slipped through to Keegan. Keegan is away from Watson, and he's got the shot just the wrong side of the post. For once, Kevin Keegan escaped from Dave Watson, cut in towards the 6-yard area. Kenny Clements was there trying to make it difficult for him. He still managed the shot. Corrigan was down, but the ball was just past the post. Smith, Case, Neil. Case. It's a good ball for Keegan, taken well too. Still got Watson to beat though. And he's turned him, but Watson has forced him back out. Good little duel again. Now Kennedy's knocked down for Hughes. That was a good shot, and it struck it struck Tommy Boo.
The ball across the box, the nod down by Kennedy, and Hughes thundering in to meet it with the outside of the right foot. Got Tommy Booth in the way. Highway's corner. Header by Donachie right across the box. Case puts it back for the second time. Hughes is up there. Keegan! Well, Willie Donachie will ask himself about that header. Peculiar glancing back header right across the face of the goal. Jimmy Case had 2 goes at planting it back in. Hughes had 1 header, Keegan the second, and Joe Corrigan got a hand to it but couldn't keep it out. Case to Keegan, across brilliantly to Highway, and through for McDermott. Great break here by Liverpool. Case is in the middle, but Clements had got back. Case collects, McDermott will try again. Here's Highway supporting. Hartford's tackle was a foul, and Liverpool have a free kick. The makings there of a superb break by Liverpool, with Keegan playing a very good ball, Highway involved, so too was McDermott. In the end, they couldn't quite turn it into a shooting chance. They have got a free kick. Kennedy is 5, Case is 8, and Case hammers it against the wall. Hughes, Highway. Highway's cross, well blocked by Clements. Highway and Keegan conferring about the corner. It's been played short, and it's back with Highway. Jones scooping it in, knocked down by Hartford. Jed Keegan to Donachie. Clements, Hartford, and Donachie again. And now Doyle, and City have worked this out of that corner very well, with Barnes chasing the long ball, but it was too hard. Long one back from Ray Clements, headed by Booth, Donachie. Kidd, away from Case neatly. Donachie. Power. Little flick off, which Kidd didn't read. Again long from Ray Clements. Header by Booth. Picked up by McDermott and played in where Kennedy had made a good run. Highway coming, and it just bounced a foot too far ahead of him. Another of those finely timed runs by Ray Kennedy. He'd gone stealing through there, and that glancing header very nearly dropped for Highway. Just about 15 minutes left in this second half. 1-0 still to Liverpool against Manchester City in a game of such importance to the championship. Kidd. McDermott. Power is the other number 11. Neal coming forward astutely in support, and slipping a beautiful ball through for Fairclough. Blocked by Watson, who's got in the way of so much. Hartford. Jed Keegan from Kevin Keegan. There's a player down injured on the far side, who is Paul Power. Jed Keegan to Donachie. Kidd. Booth. Donachie. Booth. Barnes. Forward by McDermott. Still Power on his knees. Barnes to Donachie. Hartford. Jed Keegan took a swing at it and has got a corner. Power now back, still looking a little bit rueful, holding his ribs. Meanwhile, we've got a corner which Peter Barnes is taking. Towards Doyle's head, but Smith met it. Jed Keegan. It's round Smith well. Opens the angle nicely for Barnes. Barnes' cross is a good-looking one too, and Booth was there. Now Hartford. And off the line and in. I think that was off Hughes. But they're going to acclaim Kidd, are they? Now they've got across to Brian Kidd, but I think it was in fact Hartford's shot. And whether it went off Hughes or off Kidd, we'll have to see a little bit later on. So that's 1-1, and we've got about 13 minutes to go. McDermott. Case's shot. Oh, it hit the bar! Highway! 2-1! Manchester City caught cold. They got back into the game and they relaxed as Jimmy Case thundered a shot from 20 yards against the bar. Corrigan beaten, and the rebound put away lethally by Steve Highway. Jed Keegan. Donachie. Parr. Smith. Keegan running right, Fairclough through the middle, Highway on the left. Fairclough. Highway. And he made it, he scored! Joe Corrigan made a save of the highest class to stop him. Highway collecting the pass from Fairclough, cutting in to change the angle, right foot, and tremendous agility from Joe Corrigan. Fairclough with the corner. Towards Case, and he's made it. Keegan was there too. Neil turning it back in and just over. He was close then, Phil Neal. 2 important goals in Zurich on Wednesday. He very nearly added another one then.
Well, you don't get tired when you're winning, they say, and I think that must certainly apply to Liverpool. Top of the table then, and the matches that obviously matter most tomorrow. Ipswich against Birmingham. Ipswich still in the lead, of course, after they win at Norwich. Stoke play Liverpool, and Manchester City are at home to Middlesbrough. Well, that's it. World of Sport tomorrow, don't forget, at 1 o'clock with all the latest football news in On the Ball. For Chelsea fans, though, the news is that their team are back on course again after that 2-0 win over Luton yesterday. And we leave you today with that goalkeeper's eye view of those 2 Chelsea goals at Stamford Bridge yesterday.
With Chelsea again and Harris. Price beating Wilkins in the air. Here's Husband. Beaten by Lewington. Now, Finiston. A beautiful ball from Lewington and a great goal for Chelsea. Finiston playing it back for Stanley. Good looking cross there. And West getting it away, but not far. Sparrow. Oh, what a goal!